Good afternoon. My name is Don Owen. I'm Superintendent of Urbana School District 116. Thank you all for coming out to help us celebrate today. We're very excited. We have a very short program, and I'd like to just jump right into it by asking our board president, John Dimmitt, to come up and make a few remarks to you today.
And I'll be extremely fast. We've been, working on this. I think Chris Powell thought this day was never going to come. We worked long couple of years on this, come up with a great design, and I think the end product exceeds everybody's expectations. I think after you get a chance to tour, you're going to really be pleased. This is the first new building for Urbana School District from the ground up, first new building in 40 years. We're going through all of our buildings and trying to make them as good as we can and remodel them. But this one is the first one that's brand spanking new. And a lot of difficult process to get here. And so I'm so pleased that we are here and it's done and we're ready to open our school at the new Urbana Early Education School, Early Childhood School, excuse me. We're all getting used to the new name. And notice it's school and not center. That's been pounded into my head, and hopefully I'll remember it, because we really want every young child that goes through here to be able to succeed for their entire school career. And we've got the staff and the program to make it happen, and now we've got the building to allow the staff to work and make it happen even better. Thank you.
Up next, I'd like to have our principal, Chris Fowles, just say a few words about the new school.
Well, first, thanks for coming to help us celebrate this big day. We are so excited. And it's all about the kids, and I think they're a bit excited too. Thanks to the community who supported us through the process so that we could have this day for our students who will be lifelong learners here in Urbana. Thanks, everybody.
And I'd just like to add to that by telling a very quick story, because this school would not be possible without the support of the citizens of Urbana, the mayor, and especially our superintendent who just recently retired, Dr. Preston Williams. This school, Preston, could you please come up here? I just need to embarrass Preston for a moment. This school is possible because of the 1% sales tax, which was passed in November of 2008 by the citizens of Urbana. And Dr. Williams did more probably than any other school official in the county to get this sales tax passed. Now, the story of the sales tax is that it came up originally in the April election. And Urbana voters overwhelmingly supported the sales tax, but it's a countywide tax, which meant that on a countywide basis, it failed in the April election. And Dr. Williams said, you know what, I'm not letting this one go because there's too many important things that we need to do. And so he worked with the mayor, the other superintendents, the other school boards around the county to say we need to get the vote out, not just at a 2008 November election, which, if you might realize, was probably the best attended election in Champaign County in a while, because it was a presidential election that year. Always makes it hard to get school referendums passed and taxes increased on a big national election. But Dr. Williams worked tirelessly to get this passed, and it passed overwhelmingly. Again, Urbana voters, I don't even remember what the numbers were. It was something like 80-some% voted in favor of it, and at the county-wide level, we had over 60% vote for it. That's what allows us to do this work, because that 1% sales tax goes to facilities for all county schools. This school, the work that Mr. Dimmitt talked about that's going on in our other schools, is representative of the support that this community, this county gave, and Dr. Williams' efforts to get that vote passed. So, the other person I want to make sure gets a special call out up here, and I'm going to pull people up one at a time, is the mayor. So Mayor, if you'd come up here. Mayor Prussing has been an advocate for early childhood education and is passionate about early childhood education, probably more so than any other local official. At a meeting that Dr. Williams and I were at sometime last school year, she came up and approached us afterwards and she said, you know what, not only am I thrilled at the work that you're doing here in Urbana with the early childhood school, and at that time over at Washington, but also she was very concerned about making sure that we get the students who are on wait lists across Champaign and Urbana off our wait lists. And so that's one of the things that we are committed to, is to make sure that we can get every child who is eligible for an early childhood education into a program that meets their needs, because that's really what our county and our community is all about. So Mayor, I don't know if you'd like to say just a few words.
Well, I'm a grandmother, so I understand that we have to give every child a great education from the earliest possible date. And I think this facility is also going to help the parents. And I appreciate what the school board does, and I think we have wonderful schools in Urbana. So thank you.
Thank you. I want to just recognize some people who are in the audience, and then we'll get on with the actual ribbon cutting. So these guys get to use some scissors. They're safety scissors, I've been told. I already introduced our school board president, but we also have our school board secretary, Ruth Ann Fisher. Board members Brenda Carter, Elaine Gehrman, and Paul Pulaski are here. Vice President Rollins Gay and board member Patton were not able to attend, but they send their best wishes because they, I think more than anything else, wanted to be here today. I also, and I haven't seen her yet, is Representative Jacobson here? I'm not sure if she is here or not. I thought she was going to try to attend. But then we also have Robin Arbiter, who, right here. Robin is here representing the Lehrman Neighborhood Association. She's the founder of the Lehrman Neighborhood Association, which is a vital part of this community and a vital part of the new neighborhood that this school is in. Next, I'd like to bring up Rick Kroll, who is our project architect. So Rick, if you'd just come up here for a minute. IGW has worked with us for years on our schools, and Rick Kroll was the project architect for the early childhood school. Did an amazing job. As Mr. Dimmitt said, these are never easy. And this was another good example of these are never easy, but look at what we get done. It is really a lot of work. It's great. And I'd also like to bring up, is Chris Billings here? Chris, come on up. And then Phil Holcomb. Chris Billings is our project engineer manager with Burns and Clancy, and Phil Holcomb is with, Holcomb is with Core Construction, who is the major contractor who put together this beautiful building from the architectural design on up. Oda.
Woo!
Oda Dossett is our Director of Facility Services here in Urbana, and without his leadership, his passion for detail, and his attention to every piece from the first groundbreaking all the way to the last window washing, am I right?
Yes.
We are very proud of the schools in Urbana and the quality of facilities that we can provide for our students, and our students are proud of them as well. We heard from 4 students yesterday at our opening in-service, and 2 of those 4 students specifically mentioned how proud they were to be in facilities that were so up to date, so clean, and that got so much attention to them. And so, Oda, I'd like to thank you for that. I don't want to miss anyone. Press always taught me That's very dangerous when you start going down a list because you miss someone. I would also like to acknowledge Carol Baker, who's our Chief Financial Officer, Todd Taylor, our Assistant Superintendent for Student Services, Gail Jeffries, wave Gail, who's our Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Dr. Jennifer Ivory Tatum, who's our Deputy Superintendent. Two more. One is the staff here. Would all staff members who work here at Early Childhood please raise your hand? We couldn't be happier for you. I can't read lips. Oh. Where is she? Okay, she's back there too. Okay, I'll get to her. She's hiding back there. The other piece of this project that isn't getting as much attention today, but really should, is the Prairie Gym. Yvonne, step forward just a little bit. Yvonne Smith is principal of Prairie Elementary School. Push her forward all the way, Dr. Williams. Come on up here. The Prairie Gym, which is very visible, and behind the Prairie Gym are 3 dedicated fine arts classrooms, which support the elementary fine arts program here in Urbana, which obviously feeds into a phenomenal fine arts program at the middle school and high school level. We are thrilled that that became part of this project, and very thrilled that Prairie has a brand new state-of-the-art gym, stage with bleachers. So. After the ribbon cutting, please make sure that you get back over there and see that. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the students and families that are here today, because this is for you. Cynthia Johnson is here from the Urbana Business Association. She's the wonderful person that comes to all the ribbon cuttings to celebrate the growth of Urbana and does such a great job with this. She's also taking time out of her Sweet Corn Festival preparations. Throwing in a shout out for you there. Hope you appreciate that. If I could have the mayor, Dr. Williams, Mr. Dimmitt up here, we're going to do a joint ribbon cutting here. And so these little kids are going to participate. Here's the photo op. What?
Other school board members?
And yes, if we could have the other school board members. Phil, I'm going to ask you to come up. Oda. Where's Rick? I'm going to have you guys hold the ribbon, okay?
Are you taking turns with the big ones?
These 3 are taking turns with the big ones, okay? And then the little kids are taking turns.